Hello, everybody. It is time for another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Why did I say that with my hands covering my mouth? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel I already fucked up the the intro. I was like, Master Duel Monday. I was like, we're back again. We're back at it again. Now. I was like, now. Calm yourself. I was like, calm yourselves. Normal. I was like, normally. I had this like all planned in. I was like, planned. You know those moments where you had your train of thought and you suddenly lost it? That's me right now. Alright. I was like, alright, let's get back to the bottom of this before we jump into the new event. So, literally today, this new ban list dropped. That's why it dropped in, right? This new ban list, this crazy ban list that we have. I was like, that we just have to talk about, right? Just this crazy ban list. There's a lot to talk about here, and we need to talk about it. We have to. It's just something we have to do, right? We just have. As I have to. How can you not talk about it? I've looked all over the internet. I was like, I have checked out the internet of people who have played I was like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Everyone is talking about this ban. I was like, this ban list, and it's actually mind-boggling if you ask me. So let me just go into this deck real quick, and I'm just gonna go into a random deck so I can properly show you these cards, just so you guys don't. I was like, are practically staring at nothing again. Random notification. Thank you for distracting me. Thank you. Alright. I was like, alright. So now you guys can properly visualize the card. I have right here. I was like, pulled up on my computer the Master Duel meta. And currently the new ban list section, and there are a lot of cards that they have changed, and a lot of cards we need to talk about. So first and foremost, I'm gonna just do it how DK does it. We're gonna go to unlimited cards, all the way to like the official banned cards, which are probably the most spicy out of this batch of cards that they decided to just ban for reasons that we're gonna talk about for the most part. So right off the bat, they're putting the 3 the Nadir Servant, and to me this is actually crazy. This is actually crazy because, you know, Dogmatica is a very is an anti-extra deck, right? Dogmatica, this is your boss monster, which we may or may not be playing in an event. May or may not be playing in an event today. So, yeah, that may or might not be a thing. But this is a very powerful card. And I feel like this is a really good change in my opinion, but also, well, because of like, you know, how this event, how this ban list is gonna, drastically change Master Duel. It would not surprise me if this ends up going up on the tier list personally, because this is a card that's like a very good turn. Good starting turn kind of card. It's almost like you practically need this going first. I'm actually glad they're actually making this unlimited to a certain extent. It's like, send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then add one Dogmatica monster or follow Albast from deck to your hand. And that's another thing. That's actually kind of glad that's another thing. I forgot to mention this. So, I was like, so not only is this like strengthening like as like Dogmatica, but it's also in a way strengthening the Fallen Albas. Fallen Albas archetype, and I'm gonna elaborate more. Elaborate more on that as like later on once we go down the ban. As I go down to the ban list. So Nadir's Servant to 3, pretty cool. We gotta get an extra. I mean, people like me need to get like an extra 30 ultra rare material to now craft a 3rd copy of this card, because we're now going to need it now. So yeah, Dogmatica. And my advice, you should be looking out for this deck. And in my opinion, it's not potentially a strong deck. This deck is strong in my opinion because it practically shuts down your opponent's extra deck altogether. And in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, people are so reliant on their extra deck to a certain extent. The only deck that doesn't really rely on the extra deck is basically Labyrinth, in my opinion. Just basically decks that don't really need an extra deck to be good, such as Labyrinth. So, if you're playing a Labyrinth deck, you're fine, but you need some more variety in your life. Either way, I recommend you look out for this. For this deck, because this is nuts. And people who played Yu-Gi-Oh for a good bit also know this card is this card is nuts. Would not surprise if I see this on the tier list, especially of the other cards that we need to address later on. So yeah, up next, and this is actually a pretty random one. Some of these are just random to me in general, but hang on, I'm just typing in real. Actually, I should just type in drag. Should I just type in dragon actually no, I need to type in first the full name. This is the tedious part. So actually, I think I should just get away with this. Yeah, let's just type in Ancient Fairy Dragon. This is a card that was problematic once upon a time. Searched out pretty much floodgates. Floodgate field spells such as Necro Valley and most probably Secret Village for spellcasters. This was a problem, and they ended up limiting this to 1, or just straight up banning it. The reason that they're unlimiting this card now is because it's definitely seeing less Leos overall in the overall game. So it's oh, this is actually fine. We're actually okay with this. We're unlimited this, and honestly, I don't really mind either. In my personal opinion, field spells, certain field spell cards that happen to be negates can easily be removed with a handy a handy Harpy's Feather Duster to a certain extent, or just basically just any other board wipe that'll help clear out spells. It could be literally anything, Harpy's Feather Duster, Mist, Twin Twister. Basically just cards I feel like some people should tech in more, but they just don't. They just straight up don't. Harpy's Feather Duster is just a good common tech in because it destroys all of the spells and traps your opponent controls. All of them. So it's why would you tech anything else? You just don't. Especially when you have cards that can straight up banish cards, just straight up. Just certain cards. I'm not gonna list them because we'd be here forever. Alright. Next one, going from 2 to 3. This one is quite the doozy. The Gurusu the Orcus Mech Knight. 2 to 3. Wow. Wow. Okay, so I want to as I type in Orcus real quick. I think that's how you... Nope, that's not how you say it. That's not how you spell it. Give me a sec. That is... Oh, okay. C-U-S-T. Okay. S-T... There we go. Now, quite recently, this was banned. I was like, this was banned once upon a time. This is now off the ban list. And this is now also being C use. So overall, this is a very powerful deck to some people's eyes. Like, obviously this is not... I was like, they don't just use these cards, they like use other gimmicks as well, such as Mech Knight Crusadia. Mech Knight Crusade, like Crusadia Armor Max, and probably... Where's Underworld Goddess, actually? It's like, Underworld Goddess, most likely. So, another good potential deck that might climb the ladder. Climb the ladder. And I say climb the ladder because if you haven't heard what else is gonna be like on the ban list, then oh boy, we'll get to those cards. We'll get to those cards. Like, there's seen... I was like, Orcus might actually see some plays in the upcoming days, because this is actually a very good deck to some people. It just has a little bit trouble going. And now with the Orcus Mech Knight being limited to... Sorry, not limited. Unlimited to 3, helps out the deck tremendously after... I was like, along with the other good support that it has. So, we'll see if it becomes a problem or not. I was like, I don't know. I think they're pretty beatable in my opinion. You just need to have a good setup. Now, the next card, we are now getting into the semi-limited cards. So, that's not... I was like, so... Yes. The Blaster Dragon rule... I was like, the Blaster Dragon Ruler of Infernos. Now, 1 to 2. The Dragon Rulers have been actually, you know what, I'm gonna type in Dragon Ruler real quick. I was like, so I've heard tales that the Dragon Rulers, for the most part, have not been too kind. In fact, 2 of them are currently banned as of this moment. This now being limited to the 2, and this is I was like, for the most part, this is a deck type that probably needs, like, some form of help. I don't know why this is... Is this part of the archetype? It probably isn't. I don't know much about this archetype. I was like, overall, I just know this... I was like, the Dragon Rulers themselves have been kind of struggling to a certain extent. But this being limited to 2, this actually helps out our... I was like, armed dragons. I was like, this actually been helping an archetype known as armed dragons very well, and that's been seeing some like, I was like, some potential like tournament topping as of maybe not recently, but like it has. I was like, has, so it's probably gonna make the deck a bit more powerful. I kind of want to try this deck, but I don't feel like it because, you know, the ultra rares that you have to like invest in, along with like the super rares, and I don't know who in the... I was like, who is running an armed Neos? Like, this is a cool card art design, but like, you know, card art aside, I don't see anyone really running armed Neos. it's a cool card. I really like the card art, but I don't see it's the effect that gets me, right? Must be future summon. If this card is special summon, you can choose one dragon monster in your graveyard and destroy all monsters your opponent controls with an equal or lower level than it. When this card destroys a monster at battle, you can make this card gain the following effect. During the main phase, quick effect, you contribute this card special on one elemental hero fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. I feel like, so here's my thing with it, right? Armed Dragons and Armed Dragon, I'm kind of getting a little off topic here. We're kind of talking about the ban list, but I kind of wanted to get my own 2 cents about Armed Dragon Neos real quick. Here's the thing about this card. I think Elemental Heroes and Armed Dragons kind of conflict with each other. Because if you look at Armed Dragons, they have good synergy with like Diojamas. That's why you have like Oja match over here. It's kind of asking a lot to have me build Armed Dragons around Elemental Heroes just for this one card. So yeah, I'd rather have like the Blaster Blaster over the Armed Neos any day of the week. Again, it's a cool card, but I don't think it's worth. It's worth it. All right. Okay, now we got all the ones that we got all the ones I'm just kind of, okay, it's whatever. It's big. They're kind of a big deal, but kind of not at the same time. I mean, the Nadir Servant and the, and the Orcus Mech Knight is probably the ones that you should be looking at. That I feel like you'd be looking out. Looking out for. So now we're moving on to like the semi-limits, and this is one of the ones I kind of am upset about. They are hitting another pot card. Pot of Extravagance is now going to 3-2. I hate stun decks. And yes, that is the reason why this is getting a hit, because of stun decks for the most part. Probably, if I'm gonna be honest with you, this time around, this is being limited because of Labyrinth. This deck right here. It's being limited mainly because of this. This deck. It's just too consistent. It's one of those decks that, like I said, doesn't really care about the extra deck. So they'll just plop a bunch of random extra deck monsters that they will not need in any way, shape, or form. Get out your Pot of Extravagance. Activate their Pot of Extravagance. Mill out the cards they don't need, and then just draw draw 3 for... Draw 2. Is it banish 3 or 6 random face down cards from your extra deck, then draw 1? I was yeah, then draw just 1 card. Alright? It's 1 card. For some reason I thought it was 2, but it's 1 card. And Konami just really don't really don't like this. It's the same reason they got rid of they hit Pot of Prosperity, which I'm shocked it's not banned at this point. Actually, no, I take that back. It's not banned because it's not that bad to be banned. I'm just glad this wasn't limited to. Now we're kind of forced to play 2 Pot of Extravagance and 1 Pot of Prosperity in our rogue decks. And people who play rogue decks are very irritated at this change. Such a good free to play kind of card is now being just struck down by Konami because because another stun deck is using it, and I really hate that. Rogue decks have been getting really the short end of the stick here because they got they got the fool. They got Foolish, limited to 1. like, specifically the Foolish Burial Goods, which I was playing 3 at my cubic deck, and I laid my cubic deck to rest. You can check out that VOD if you want. I was like, if you want. We got. I was like, they also just got rid of the terraforming, which also helped out road decks, but they got rid of it because, you know, tier links were playing it. Just the stun decks are like the real reason. I was like, real problem of Yu-Gi-Oh, or there's one of the real problems in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's so sad to see this card go. I was like, go to 2 for a deck that they're not even a part of. It's very unfortunate. And you know what? I'm just gonna make a prediction here. Since they're hitting like this pot card, this is limited to 1. This is limited. This is gonna be limited to 2. This is limited to 2. Eventually, they're gonna hit Pot of Desires. Pot of Desires. Banish 10 cards. You draw 2 cards. 2 cards. In the eyes of like the TCG and the OCG, 2 cards are very. I was like, it's still very powerful. Rather you're banishing 10 or, I was like, or not. It doesn't matter. It's like, it would not surprise me if they decided to like limit this card to 2 at some point. Like, I'm calling it right now. Rather if it's the next ban list or the, I was like, or the one after the next ban list. It's, I was like, they're eventually gonna hit Pot of Desires. I'm calling it. Like, it wouldn't really surprise me if they did, because, you know, I was like, we still have, hold on. I was like, we still have an archetype called Sword Still, which has not been touched whatsoever. So, it would not surprise me if this starts going up on the, I was like, on the ladder due to this said ban list. And we're getting to that. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We need to get the other, I was like, get the other cards now. Alright, so next card that's getting submitted, I was like, semi-limited to 2. Draco Slayer. Luster, Pendulum, the Draco Slayer. I don't know much about Draco Slayers, personally. This is kind of a... So this is a buff. This is limited to 1. I was like, in the I was like, in this game. I believe this is... Oh, it's limited to 1 in the OCG. It's 3 in the TCG. It's, I was like, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. I know a little bit about Draco Slayers. Alright? And for this to be limited to 1, it must be pretty powerful. So, once per turn, if you have a card in your other Pendulum Zone, you can destroy that card, and if you do, add 1 card from deck to your hand with the same name as that card. Okay, so this is basically a searcher. The actual monster effect cannot special summon fusion, synchro, or exceed monsters using this card as material except Draco Slayer monsters. Okay, so basically you're using this as a, I was like, just as like your searcher. Alright, I was like, that's fine. It's basically a good buff for Draco Slayers. I was like, overall, which is a deck that hasn't really been utilized, because you're looking at a lot of ultra rares going into the deck. I'm actually quite curious. What does a Draco Slayer deck look like? Actually, I'll look it up later. All right. I was like, all right. So with that, we're getting into another card that I don't know how to feel about. Going into the limited cards now. So they're hitting branded fusion again. They're limited. They're semi-limiting. They're not semi-limited. They're limiting this card to 1. You're now only going to be allowed to play 1 copy of this card. And man, this breaks my heart a little bit, because I understand. Look, it's a good card. If you look at the tier list that's also like on this ban list, I really should have just played. I should have just opened up another tab, just so we can look at the ban list here real quick. Right? Just as like, just reference so you can go side by side. You guys won't be able to see it, but like, this is how I say organized. So, branded fusion. It's like branded Despias are. Branded Despia is basically like the main. That's like the main deck at the moment. There's like 2. Branded Despia is like is like the card that's leading the charge for for tier 2, and Branded Tier Elements is also a deck that's been in tier 3 for like God knows how. How long at this point? And Rika's in tier 2? When did that happen? Okay, well, okay, well, that's interesting. But yeah, no, Branded Despia is basically the main, main deck you would use this in. And this deck also gets teched in a lot with rogue decks as well, ironically, which is one of the reasons why I like it. I also like it because because you know, Branded Despia is also a really fun deck to use and rank. I showed you. I climbed up to Diamond with with Branded Fusion invokes. That's how powerful this card is. So this is in a way I'm kind of fine with this. Don't get me wrong, I preferred it at 2, even better at 3. I think it would have just been fine at 2, but with Dogmatica, we're getting the Servant at 3. Kind of makes up for that in to a certain degree, in my opinion, because this has good synergy with Fallen Albas. I would be interested in how a branded Dogmatica deck is gonna look. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. How this is gonna go. I mean, at the end of the day, the Branded Fusion is actually is easily searchable. Is easily searchable. It sucks that it's at 1. You could easily search it out with the Aluber, with the branded opening, I think this also you can also get this into the graveyard and search it out that way somehow. But at that point, I don't. Look, I don't know. Only time will have to tell. It is unfortunate that this is this is going to be limited to 1, which it's fine, but it's not fine. I'm probably on the thin line where I'm sad about this. I'm really sad about this. My Dark Magician deck, my competitive one, is crying currently. So yeah, it's a big bummer. It's very unfortunate. And god damn it, Konami. Alright. They're mainly going going for one of the tier 2 decks. Honestly, leave Branded Espia alone. I personally think they could just left it alone. I see why they did it though. All right. Next card. Next card. This is a card I honestly am glad they put the 1. So grass. I was like, grass is greener. This is a card that they probably should. I was like, they probably should have just done a long time ago. So I was like, this is a very problematic card. I guess Konami really didn't like people using like 60 card decks. Just for them to mill, and then all those cards that got sent to the graveyard gets popped off with their effects, and then leads to a bunch of other problems on the field, like Ishizu, for example. Excuse me, Lightsworn. Other cards that benefit in the graveyard. Basically, you make like a 60 card deck. You mill out your deck until you have like the same amount of cards your opponent has, and then you just pop off with like a bunch of effects. And this is a very problematic card to the point that I'm actually kind of glad they didn't. I was like, Tier Limit is not actually playing this. Actually, I think Tier Limit was playing it for a good while, because, you know, they did hit the Tier Limit's running out. It's kind of running out of like mill options, since they hit the Ishizu cards and such. So, you know, they're looking for like mill options. I almost considered crafting both of these, but back in my head I was like, are they gonna hit this card at some point? I'd rather save the ultra rare materials for like better cards. And they finally did it. This is now going to 1. I'm actually glad this is happening. Enough said. Let's move on. So I was like, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're getting to the. I was like, I swear, it's like this is a meme. I'm just type in exchange. Kelbeck to 1. I don't understand why they just didn't make this 1. I was like 1 to begin with. Like, spoilers. This is gonna be. I was like, well, this is gonna be 1 because, you know, spoiler. This is gonna be banned. I was like, yeah, no, spoiler. This is gonna be banned. But I was like, Kelbeck should have been limited to 1 just ages ago. The fact that they're doing it now, I was like, now it makes up for the fact that the last ban list, since it was so atrocious, that they didn't just decide to like limit this to 1. I was like, at that time, makes up that they're limiting it to 1 now, and banning Agito, because Agito just, I was like, it's just one of the most annoying cards. The Ishizu cards overall were fun to a certain point when playing it with cubics, and then they became a handful as soon as they came out. Came out with tier limits, and then it's just been tier limits has just been like wreaking havoc at Master Duel. Even with like the new release of like Kashtira's, they're surprisingly not doing as well as we thought, despite not having like the boss monster at their disposal. So yeah, maybe because of like this sudden, this hit to like not only tier limits, but like just pure Ishizu cards, Ishizu decks overall. This might end up knocking tier limits off, and more on that. In the upcoming cards I wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna just talk about like just an overall archetype with aside from like Ishizu, and that archetype is our constantly bullied. Constantly bullied Sprite. Sprite has once again been hit. The Sprite Jet and the dupe I was like, and the Swamp Frog, which I'm not even gonna bother typing, both of them are going to 1. So, wow. But the only reason I can think of why they decided to hit sprites more, like, yes, it's a powerful deck, but if you nerf a deck too much, it becomes unplayable to a certain extent. Alright? There's 2 reasons I thought about. I thought, why? One reason, they didn't want to kill out the Sprite Elf. They didn't want to kill it off. Kill off. And there's another reason why they haven't hit the Sprite Elf at all. We'll get to that. Like, the more reasonable reason is that since they were hitting tier elements a bit more, sprites are currently a tier 3 deck as of right now. By the time I am live on twitch.tv/orangetheartist, which you should be following me, and then if you're watching this on the VOD channel, you should also subscribe to me, and then go to my Twitter account @WhiteOrange. Follow me there. I post updates. I probably should have posted. I keep forgetting that. Side note. I thought about actually putting. I was like putting, like, you know, community posts on the VOD channel. I was like just basically the schedule to let people know on YouTube when I stream on Twitch, which I kind of want. I want to do now before I forget. After the stream. So, side note, future me, do that, please, for the love of God, do that. Anyway, I was like, all right, moving on. So, I was like, so yeah, no. The only reason I decided, I feel like they limited the Sprite Jet to 1 and the SWAT Frog to 1 to further hit Sprite, is so it just does not become an overwhelming powerful deck when they constantly hit tier elements. That's the only thing. They trying to make a deck not too good but playable is what I'm trying to say here. You know, it doesn't. We don't really want like a tier elements 2.0 coming in the Master Duel, even though sprites have been in this game a lot longer than tier elements. So yeah, no, that's my only reason. So when it comes to like frogs, right? I guess since Swamp Frog is being put to 1, let's see, you know, people are gonna be thinking, is it worth putting Ronin Toad in and this in now? Because, you know, 2 swap, 1 Ronin, 1 swap, 1 Ronin, that doesn't seem right. I guess people might just end up going to the Dupe Frog. Might be going back to Dupe Frog just so we can, just so you know, we can still use Swap Frog. Or they may just drop the Swap Frog combo altogether and just go to and just go to Twins. People are really playing the live twin more. More of like their link decks, which is a good way to play the deck. In all honesty, like they'll just tech in the. 3 of this and 2. 2 of this, or actually, just 1 of this and 2 of this, and then the link cards, because why not? They're good cards to put in sprites. This is like just another way to play sprites, along with the Melfi, Mommy, and the and like the beavers and whatever. That there's, even if we get rid of the frogs, there are still good level 2 monsters that we can still use. So not all is lost for the sprite players. I'll tell you that much. And moving on, again, we are getting into the more juicy part of the ban list here. So I already told you that Agido is getting banned. I already told you. But what actually is getting banned, and when I saw this, I lost it. I lost it in a good way, mind you. I lost it because this is a card that I thought needed to just go. Like, it needed to be gone yesterday. The fact that it is now, I was like, it's taken this long for this card to be banned is baffling to me. I don't know why I went to Exceeds. I should just type it out. I was like, a little card called Heroic Champion. Heroic Champion Ronanad, or whatever you want to call this card. This, I was like, this card has ironically have seen like the least play. I've only ran into this card a couple times, but when I did run into this card, there was just straight up nothing you can do. This was the, I was like, this is a card that puts it in like, what's that one card called? Damn it, King of All Calamities. That's what it was. This is, I was like, this card radiates King of All Calamities vibes. I was like, it's basically that. It's that bad, alright? And the fact that this took so long for this to be banned. Like, if you want to ask me, this should have been banned alongside King of All Calamities. Just alongside it. It should have just been banned frame 1. Why it took so long for Konami to finally ban this card is beyond me. But this is a card that needed to go, and we're finally getting it. No more Exodia decks now tacking in this. I was like, this card, but it's mostly because it's mostly Exodia, not Exodia. Utopia decks. No more Utopia decks tacking in this. I was like, tacking in this obnoxious card. We're gonna have fun anime decks now, not anime decks that want. I was like, I want to make you pull your hair out and probably like, punch someone in the face, mostly at work. If I was like, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I know that sounds great, that sounds real, but this card makes you want to do that. No more, no more having the urge to literally punch your computer screen and shouting at, at the endless void. Because of this card is just a nuisance. This card is finally getting banned. I'm happy about this. Is it cool card art? Yes. But that does not justify how annoying this card is. Not to mention it's an ultra rare. People take in one of this. And you only need one because it's just it's invincible. You can't, it's like you straight up can't summon anything. The only way you could possibly summon it this is with like, again, an effect veiler, an imperm, a skill drain, just cards that make it hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or as I already, and it's always the worst time to not have those cards in your hand because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not consistent like that. So finally, we're putting this on the ban list, and I hope it never sees the light of day again. Alright. And on top of that, this is just a weird, this is just a weird ban to me, altogether. A little card known as, I'm not even gonna bother typing this out, I'm just gonna look for it in the Xyz thing. It shouldn't be that hard, it's like a super rare. Actually, I think I have this crafted somewhere. I think. Where is it? Is it? No, that's not it. It's this one. This guy. Phantasmal Lord Ultimtil. This card. So this is an odd one for me. This is banned because there's apparently OTK potential with this card. I don't know. I don't remember how exactly. There just is. I don't remember what deck. I don't remember how. I just know there was there's a consistent way to like OTK your opponent with this card. Basically just like summon it, you gift it to them, you send, it was like you summon some Chronomaly monster that I don't remember what the said Chronomaly monster is called, and then you, I was like, and you take it back, its attack is 8,000, and then you attack them for game. Or some effect damage or something. I don't remember. Problem with, I was like, thing is, this card, I was like, this card was apparently being toxic, and now alongside, I was like, the Heroic Champion, this, I was like, this card is now also banned. So, yay! Alright. I was like, alright, now let's just get into like the card that everyone is glad that it's, I was like, it's being banned. Block Dragon, limited to 1, is now going to be banned. Yes, Block Dragon is now going to be banned. This is a very powerful. Everyone and their mother knows that this card is broken. It's toxic. It makes long, obnoxious turn 1 plays. And they mostly ban this because Konami is literally thinking about how do we get new players to join, I was like, to join the game. It is banned in the TCG and is, I was like, and it is limited to 2 in the OCG, and it's currently limited to 1 in Master Duel by the time you are watching this VOD on YouTube or watching this live on Twitch. I was like, this card is toxic. It just, I was like, it just, you're playing solitaire with this card, essentially, and players don't really want to sit and turn 1 solitaire for, I was like, for most of the duel, to the point where like you can't do anything. You have to try and get through all their negates. As soon as you get through all their negates, you can't do anything else, and then you just straight up scoop. That's essentially what this card does. It's not, I was like, it's not great, it's not pleasant. I'm honestly surprised. I was like, most of the time you'll see like a random barrier statue, I was like, in said play, but I digress. I don't know why all of those aren't banned still, Konami. You should ban all of those barrier statues. I'm just saying, there'll come a time that all of those, that whole archetype is going to be a problem. I'm just saying. All right. I was like, all right, so yeah, this is gonna be banned because I was like, because it's just Yu-Gi-Oh's too, I was like, too long, and they're like, my Block Dragon, yes. Farewell to your Block Dragon, you fool. You thought it was safe? Thank you, Vivs, for the follow, I appreciate it. Yes, your Block Dragon is now, is now on the ban list. Have fun. I was like, I will give you time to cope. Meanwhile, we're gonna be moving on. Alright, so the next, so yeah, no, it's just all the build up. While we're talking about banned cards here, another one that really just struck me interesting here, real quick. So let's just go back to tier limits. So not only is tier limits being targeted by targeting the Yoshizu cards altogether, but they're also banning Merly, which is very interesting. It's very interesting because, you know, they could just ban, because if they really wanted to target tier limits too, there are so many other cards, like, I was like the Kid Kalos, the, I was like, the, Solik, the, I was like, the Minios, the, I was like, the Heartbeat, the freaking Scream. They could have targeted this, I was like, they could have targeted, like, any of those other cards, but they go for the Merly, which is very interesting. And the main reason is, if we go back to Sprite here real quick, it's probably because they got rid of Merly because they didn't want to get rid of Sprite Elf. And that's probably the only reason, because, you know, Sprite Elf, you summon the Merly, and, you know, another reason is probably the, Sprite Sprand. You know, just get out Merly, Sprites. I was like, you know, I feel like it'd be easier to just go. I was like, go into like the links real quick, just so we can further talk about the combo here. So, I was like, so you basically just go ahead and make. I was like, make a Dark Charmer. Your Dark Charmer is is gonna grab one random like dark monster. In this case, we'll just. I was like, we'll just say it's Red Eyes. You link into. I was like, you link into Sprite Elf. That goes in. That targets your Merly, and then Merly goes into. I was like, goes into like your. Well, Merly will pop it. I was like, pop her effect if it hasn't already, and then you just go into like the other Sprite monster, which I need to scroll just to remember its name. The Sprint. I was like, the Sprint, and then you pop off more. It's very consistent, it's very obnoxious, and it's the sole reason why I was like, why it's going. I was like, why they're finally banning. Well, not finally. They're banning the I was like, Merly, because it seems like a very a very random ban for them to do, but is justified because it. At the end of the day, this is the only level 2 monster that you have. I was like, that you have. I was like, that you have on hand. Like, this is a 3. This is. I was like, this is a 4. This is also a 4. This is the only 2 that you deal. I was like, that you're dealing with here. So, it's pretty reasonable why this is getting. I was like, well, this card is getting banned, and it's also. Oh, it's tier limits. It's a tier 1 deck. We might as well hit it more. So, just to recap, they've hit the Merly, and they have also hit basically the. I was like, all of the like Ishizu cards, banning Agido. It's safe to assume that it's not gonna like, hold its tier 1. I was like, it's tier 1 spot for very long. It's when I was like, when this ban finally gets implemented. Safe. I was like, safe to say. Kind of. I was like, which is pretty much the reason why I was like, they ended up hitting the Sprite, and then I was like, just so it wouldn't go up. And then looking at it, I don't know why I went to tier. I was at the tier list. Oh crap! Hang on. Hang on. Let me just go back to the other tab. Just go back to the other tab. Just go back to the other tab. There we go. Alright. Alright, so look, so reviewing the tier list. So, I'll say real quick. So, by hitting the Shizu cards to the point that, I was like, to a certain point, and hitting, I was like, hitting just tier elements, like hitting the Merly, it's safe to bet that, well, since they hit the Merly, they can only fusion summon 2 times. You have to think about this. Because, you know, all of the. I was like, all of these tier element cards confuse. Like, this. I was like, this mills in a Shizu monster just so it can fuse. This doesn't really fuse it together. This helps fuses. This helps fuses. This also helps to fuse. I was like, the fuse, but it also works as a mill as well. I was like, as well. They can only really fusion summon 2 times. So, like, what are you gonna do? You can't. I was like, you can't fuse into Roll Kalos and the Predator Plant monster on your turn anymore and go into, like, your other plays. You can't. I was like, you can't kick Kalos and then just, like, go into this, but also have the. I was like, Kaleido. All on, like, the same board. You can't have any of that anymore. You have only 2 special summon. I was like, only 2 fusions with each monster per turn. Yeah, I think this is gonna get. I was like, this is now no longer gonna remain tier. I was like, tier 1 status for long, officially. And I need a sip of water because that was a lot of talking. My throat hurts. Alright. I was like, so looking at the tier list now, right? Ishizu might as well be dead. I was like, why might as well be dead? It's not dead. I'm curious how it's gonna. I was like, how I'm gonna still thrive. I think it might survive at like a tier 2, potentially, but I don't know how long. Maybe a tier 3 if I'm gonna be I was like, if I'm gonna be honest. And so like the Brain of Despia has also been hit. I'm really curious how people are gonna still how they're gonna play Brain of Despia now. And what's very interesting to me is Dragon Link. Dragon Link has, I was like, might potentially just be the new best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! But again, I did say you should keep your eye on Dogmatica, because I see a deck that relies a lot on its extra deck here, especially like, you know, the new Chaos Angel and all that. I don't know. Dragon Link's, I was like, might end up ruling, you know, as I might potentially ruling Master Duel, if not maybe Kashtira. I don't know. I personally do not know. We're making educated guesses at this. I was like, at this point, I'm just saying. I was like, I'm just saying. I see a lot of cards that could have been hit. I was like, that really could have been hit. You could have hit the Bystial Drisworn. You could have hit the Bystial Magnum Hut. You could have hit the Chaos Ruler. You could probably hit. I was like, hit maybe not the Chaos Angel because it's still very new, but in the future, I was like, maybe. Not in the near future. Maybe this might actually not get hit. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe. I was like, maybe further down the line, you could semi-limit. I would say the Chaos Levineer. I don't know how many people are actually playing Chaos Levineer. They're playing. I was like, it looks like they're playing the Bystial Label. I was like, Labellion to 3. Maybe put that to 2. 2 if I'm gonna be honest. Put the Chaos Space to 2. Probably playing 1 Chaos Dragon Levineer. Maybe put this at. I was like, put this at 1 because it is a very powerful card. I was like, I'm spitting out possible suggestions here. That's all I'm doing here. Ooh, the White Dragon and Black Dragon combo here. This could be limited too. I was like, this could be semi-limited. Just make it like have 1. I was like, make it like limited to 1. Make the White Dragon to 1. Make the Black Dragon to 1. I'm giving you suggestions, Konami. I'm giving you suggestions. I'm just saying. There's a lot of cards you could probably. I was like, you could probably do. I was like, go with. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a whole possibility out here. I mentioned Pot of Desires. I was like, at this point. I also mentioned Pot of Desires. This could also get hit. Because, you know, another deck that people seem to have forgot if existed even though it's like tier 3 at best, is Sword Soul Tenye. Sword Soul Tenye, I feel, has not been hit whatsoever. Like, I feel like when it was this and Branded Despia just chilling in the, I was like in the tiers. I was like in the tier list. This basically got only graced. Like the Sword Soul Strategist was at 3 and then got limited to 2, and that was basically it. Okay, well, no, I take it back. Crossed out Destinator was also hit, and it was limited to 1. And people will just tech this in just to counter your opponent's Max C and like Ash Blossom. So yeah, that was also hit. But other than that, I see a deck that has like potential to literally. Hang on, let me just put this on screen. I see a deck that has like a potential to like, climb the ladder to like a good possible tier 2 status, or it could be a tier 1 deck. You know, the meta could just shift and you have like these, have like 3 new tier 1 decks to have on the tier list. Like we could have Sprite, Branded, and this as like tier 1. 3 good tier 1 decks. Okay, maybe not Despia. Maybe that could be a tier 2. Most likely Dragon Link, if I'm gonna be honest. So like this Dragon Link and Sprite as like your 3 main tier 1 decks is my prediction. Oh, they're also, I just noticed they're also playing Dark Ruler No More. I mean, why not? I mean, they are playing Protos, and that's another card that I'm surprised has not been hit at all. That might change if this gets up there in tier 1. Let me tell you. Alright. Alright, so for the most part, I think those are the overall changes. Yep. So just to recap, Heroic Champion, Heroic Champion banned. Agito banned. The Passimo Lord Ultimate banned. The Black Dragon banned. Merly banned. The semi-limited cards. Branded Fusion. Grass Looks Greener. Kelbeck. Sprite Jet. Swap Frog. The cards to be semi-limited. Blaster. Pot of Extravagance. Pissed about that, by the way. Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, to 2. And the unlimited Nibdir Servant, Ancient Fairy Dragon, and Orcus Mech Knight. That is the ban list. Do you hate it? Do you love it? I love it, but also slight. I think I'm mostly. I like this. In my opinion, this is way better compared to like the last ban list, because the last ban list just pissed me off. The last ban list, all it did was just piss me off. That's all it did. Maybe not the last. I think the last one they finally banned Cyberstein, and the one before Cyberstein pissed me off. All right, that one really pissed me off. Compared to that ban list, this is a huge improvement. This is what I expected every single ban list to look. Not just a miniature ban list where they just say, "Oh, we're gonna change this card, and this." In this card, and and you're gonna hate us about it. No, this is a more understanding I was like, a more understanding ban list to a certain extent. I was like, the only things I hate about, the only things I really hate about here, it really is the pot of extravagance, because road decks are gonna be pissed, and I like road decks, and the branded fusion, which is bittersweet. But yeah, no. All in all, this is a awesome ban list. Like 9 out of 10. Yeah. All right. I was like, all right. After talking about the ban list for like a good hour, I think it's time we get in. I was like, we actually get into what I had planned for. I was like, for this stream. Side note, right? I was like, side note, right? If you watched this long into the stream, thank you. I appreciate it. I stream on twitch.tv/orangetheartist, where you can go ahead, follow me here, where I was like, I'm live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and so follow me here. And while you're watching this on the VOD channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I post all of my VODs on here, so I appreciate it. And and while I'm on the topic, the last episode for my Assassin's Creed 2 video, the final episode, got 262. Let me just refresh it, and so I'm not capping. It takes a minute to. Okay, yeah, no, it's still at 262. All right. That VOD. I think that's the first VOD I hit. I pretty much hit the 200s. You guys are insane, and that's the support I like. I like to see. It helps me keep going. It helps me keep doing this thing. Thanks. So I appreciate you all, my fellow villains. Thank you for your support. All right. All right. With that being said, let's get to the creme of the creme of this Master Duel Monday. So, the light versus dark event. We're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing that. That's gonna be like the main event, main thing that we're actually going to be doing here. So, I had a dark deck. So what's very interesting is that. So I'm really glad what this event typically does. It lets you switch between which side you want, which is very helpful because, you know, when I first started off, I went with light because I thought light. There's like a lot more options to do with light than dark. Dark gives you like Tearlament and other possible dark. Dark decks that I'm not gonna lie, are pretty stupid to go up against. But we also have the light. The light monsters, which we are actually tackling as of right now. And I decided why not just go. Go with this here real quick. So this is the light deck. This is the deck I'm gonna be I'm gonna be mainly using. I wanted to try and do this with with Galaxy Eyes. The main initial thought when it came to this event is that I wanted to basically make a turn to Galaxy Eyes deck. And and the main reason why I decided I wanted to go with light monsters is because they allowed Effect Veiler, Nibiru, just basically the extra cards that help negate negate my my punch. I negate their monster. The monster effect. I can Nibiru them. If they feel like special summoning too much, I can floodgate them I can. I was like, also Forbidden Droplet was another option I was like, I had, because let's be honest, sometimes he'll break and all you can do is really just make your opponent not activate their effects. Same with Imperm, negate their effects as well. And I thought it would have been fitting because, you know, Dogmatica Elbazoa is a very powerful monster. I was like, in itself. Basically negate your opponent's overall extra deck. We have the classic Arc Light, helps. I'll say it pretty much helps us. Help you pop us pulp cards, and mainly you want to do this with a certain branded fusion monster, but we don't have access to that, so we're making this what I think is a decent replacement. Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So, while it's in the graveyard, this is basically a negate in the graveyard. Most people don't know it because, well, you just summon this, you attack a bunch of times, send another fusion monster to the graveyard, then you just attack again, and hopefully it's game this time. This time. That's pretty much what this card is usually used for. But this also works as a negate in your graveyard. It kind of works like cards that you would just ban. You just banish this, it helps negate. It negates things. So yeah, I figured that's like a nice change of pace if you ask me. Then on top of that, we have some link monsters, which we're honestly might not even use altogether, and I just threw in just a bunch of random extra deck monsters just to put in the deck to basically just mill. Mill the extra deck. The master deck is really just meant for milling and hardly gonna be tackling, because this is gonna be the true boss monster of the overall deck. And this is pretty much the best we could do. Basically, floodgate, negate our monsters' effects, interrupt their summons with like 3 Nibiru's. Good thing these two things are light, and so are these apparently. I knew she was light. I didn't know he was light as well. So yeah, and honestly, overall, I had a lot more decent luck with this archetype. But for the most part, it really depends who you're gonna match up with. You kind of need to go. First for this event. Oh, this might potentially just be a Labyrinth deck, which is pretty much the main deck if you to go with if you pick Dark. Yeah, I feel like I feel like this is gonna be a Labyrinth deck. I'm calling it right now. Oh no, it's Blackwings. So this is another deck that I see people play when they're on the dark side of the Force. That should have been me, not you. All right. All right, here. So I kind of want to save my effect veiler for so I can do some form of plays here. I honestly kind of want to scoop. You're getting into a certain situation where you're just forced to see your opponent play solitaire to a certain extent. And honestly, the thing about effect veiler is it's good for those one card starters, like your for the monster variety here. But I know Blackwings are just gonna keep special summoning, and on a very obnoxious board. So I'm gonna do myself a favor here and not play solitaire. And I was like, and we're just gonna hop into this. So far, Light is winning in the event. Cool. I mainly am playing this event for 2 reasons. 1, gems. 2, okay, that's 3 reasons. 2, that cool card sleeve art. 3, that title. And that's the only... I was like, and I just want... Harnesser of Chaos. I'm called Orange Chaos. In this game. I like to spread chaos. If you know my lore, I spread chaos for my own inspiration. To create art. Which I know I have not been doing lately. And I apologize. I'm trying to get a desk so I can do that more. Anyway, let's go. Alright, Solemn Judgment. That could be that. Actually, wait, no, I have Harpy's Feather Duster. This is a very... You fool. You ended your field with that. Take a Harpy's Feather Duster to the face. Ooh, Imperm. Oh, it is Predaplant. Oh, you're playing a Predaplant deck? Okay, so that's another deck I've seen. I was like, I kind of seen around here, just Predaplants. Alright. I was like, alright. 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 During your main phase. Okay, so I want to get you. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate you. Go ahead and summon you. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get the ritual spell. It's like in my hand. And I guess that's not how that works. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the dogmatic of punishment. And I'm gonna set the impermanence, just it's like because why not? And then I'm going to battle and hit you over the face with for 1500. I end my turn. How do you like my scary back row? Please don't draw the Harpy's Feather Duster. That would just be the ultimate karma. If you Harpy's Feather Duster me back, it's gonna be so unfortunate. Okay. Special 1 per plant. Lots of from your hand. Add 1. Yeah, I'll let that go through. Sure. I'll let that go through. Ah. This card. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the Dogmatic of Punishment. And I'm going to go ahead and throw away the good old Neo Blood's Ultimate Dragon. What will you do now? I can't activate the negate effect, but as for Neo Blood's Ultimate. Equip. No. 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 You are not doing that. Get out of here. The reason you did that must be the reason that this card has... I was like, this card is important. You're probably using it to fuse... Like I said, you're probably using that to fuse, my dude. Yeah, no. No. Monster Reborn? Now I kind of feel bad to a certain extent, but I don't at the same time. What are you gonna do? Link summon? Actually, you could probably do that, actually. What are you gonna do? Link summon into Gigantica? There you go. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get out my Dogmatica boss monster, but it's a good start. I was like, alright, who's my next victim? Diamonds. 9 of diamonds. Huh. Okay. Like the card? Ow, my neck. Okay. I was like, side note, I've been having some neck problems. As of today. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I slept on it wrong or something. I honestly don't know. For some reason, the back of my neck just sores. I was like, it just sores. I was like, it hurts. I put some cream. It just feels locked up or something. It hurts for some reason. I don't know why, and I don't know how. It just does, and I don't understand it. I think it might be smarter to get the EU. I'm gonna go ahead and get EU. Now, I normally summon my Dogmatica Alicia. Alicia, go ahead and activate your effect. Since I summoned you, I get to add a certain card. I'll go ahead and get... I'm not pronouncing that card. The Dogmatic Matrix. Dogmatic Matrix. Sure. Alright. Add. Let's do the ritual. And I think we can go... I was like, and I think it'd be safe to say that we're just gonna go ahead and activate the ritual on site right away. Oh, I can do this? Wait, I can do this? Okay, yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and just... Oh, that's the reason. Okay, well... Does it benefit if I do this first? Just summon this card. If this card is ritual summon, you can target 2 face-up monsters. I was like, on field, make one of those monsters gain attack equal to the other monster's attack. Level 8 or higher dogmatic monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. If a monster is a special summon from your opponent's extra deck, except during the damage set, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and send one monster. Yeah, I think I might just do this first. Yeah, this is another purpose that I was like, why Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate is here. Just to know a whole other purpose here. And yep, Albazua. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this. I'm gonna go ahead and my deck or his deck. I'm gonna go with your deck. I want to destroy your deck. Wow! Look at him! Look at him! He's struggling. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I see you have some. You clearly have some options. Is that some branded? I was like, branded Dark Magicians I see? Is that what I'm looking at here? Oh, well, we gotta get rid of some around here. I guess I'll get rid of this. Get rid of your one copy. Oh, look at this. Wow. Yeah, send your extra deck. Send it away. I got rid of one. I was like the more problematic cards. Send them away. Do it. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna end up. I was like, oh, gladly and oh. Alright, yeah. What did you send away? Oh, Soul Servant, Eternal Soul, and I guess most of the Dark Magician cards, which is fine. He probably has like a branded fusion and in his hand, just to make things even more irritating for you. All monsters sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Good luck. Yes. What will he do now, Knight of Diamonds? Oh, I guess he could activate Soul Surfer. Not Soul Surfer with that because, you know, he does have, like, a Dark Perdition. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait. What? Oh. This could get fusion summoned away, can it? Oh. Oh. That's the problem. Oh, that's a problem. Ow! Luckily, she can't get destroyed by battle. Okay, that is a huge problem. I'm gonna draw. Awesome. That is a card I needed. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. That's a terrible idea. I'm not doing that. I will do this though. You know, just to make things even more annoying. Yes, I would like to add this to my hand. And I'll go ahead and add. I was like, and with this, I'll go ahead and add another Albazoa. 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 Bazoa. Bazoa. Albazoa. 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 I don't want to go like this. I guess I'll get rid of you. And I'll do this. Activate. Oh. You know, putting it in an attack position would have been better. Opponents. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of this. And then I'll go ahead and get rid of... I'll go ahead and do this. The obnoxious cards. I really should have just... boy. I should not have put this monster in attack position. I really shouldn't have put this in attack position. Oh, and it's permanent too. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, I know from next time. Don't put this in attack in defense position. It's not the greatest idea in the world. It's just not. This man has piercing the darkness. Kinda ironic because they're fighting the dark side. I was like fighting on the side of the dark side. I'm just saying, kinda ironic. Okay, draw. Solemn Judgment. That does not help me. That does not help me. I think I lose because of that one misplay. Yeah, I think I lose. I guess I'll face down Effect Failure and Solemn Judgment. I did not say Solemn Judgment. You were hearing things. And my turn. Do. Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Can't I Solemn Judge? No, I can't. I just asked for that because I did have one misplay. I asked for that. I really did. Yikes. Okay. Alright, on to the next duel. Okay, so the last duel didn't go so... didn't go so well. But, you know, I am confident he's gonna go first, isn't he? Damn it, okay. I was like, okay, well, can I get, like, a Nibiru just in case? Maybe a Nibiru, an Effect Veiler, and a Call... I was like, Call by the Great. Okay, it's not terrible. But it's not great either. And this is a scoop. I'm good. I'm not dueling any sort of labyrinths today. I would very much appreciate it. I feel like with this kind, for this kind of mode, they really should have just thought more about what people should be playing with these kind of modes. Because, you know, light versus darkness, you know, the silhouettes speak for themselves. It should have been like Team Dark Magician or Team Blue Eyes White Dragon or something. Those kind of events would be fun. Just pick whatever archetypes, and you can only pick between those type of archetypes. You know, Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Those would have been fun. But no. You have to have this kind of effect, which is still cool. It's a cool concept. It's just a lot more people are probably going to be playing either 1 of 3 decks. You know, I'm gonna stop talking because it's technically not Labyrinth Simulator. It's not like the other deck, or like the other mode where it's just everyone is just straight up just playing Labyrinth. It's not that at all. I'm seeing a lot of. I'm actually seeing a lot more like cohesive, like just random dark attribute type decks, along with a bunch of light attributed decks. So take that as you will. Diviner Herald would not be my first choice when it comes to a hand like this, but I really don't like Black Wings. Black Wings going first is an automatic scoop. It's not great. We can't truck through. I'll say truck through that. This deck really needs to go first. Otherwise, it just does not work. We're not gonna have a great time whatsoever. That's the problem here. So, again, really, Dino. Alright, what kind of deck? He's not even playing an extra deck. My tactics are useless. This man isn't even playing an extra deck. Why? Why? Is this a troll deck? No, actually no. Maybe it's an Exodia deck. No, it's a troll deck. It's 100% a troll deck. Yeah, it's 100% a troll deck. Okay. Yeah, I have nothing to worry about here. Ooh. Actually, looking at my hand, this is actually not bad. Oh. You know, it's very unfortunate I had... Yeah, it's a troll deck. Fun fact, a big indication that it's a troll. I was like that it's a troll deck. It's usually when you see this card. Yeah, this card is a big indication that, like, I was like that this is a troll deck. Yeah, so when you see this card, it's a troll deck. All right, let's move on. I'll take it. You know, I'll take it. Despite me actually getting a really good hand and it being wasted on that said troll deck, I'll take it nonetheless. Because, you know, I want the gems, mate. I want the gems. I do need to get me the rest of those tournament cards I need, mate. The rest of those. Maybe actually some chaos support while we're on the subject. I'll take either one, really. For, you know, the vent. As the box goes away. You know, I did say before, if you want, if you want to be free to play, you should wait for the event to come out, and then spend all your money on the box, because most people would just, I just realized my hand, I'm sorry, I'm sick. Well, you know what, I might as well just do this now. Better to do something than nothing. And I'm gonna end my turn. If this is someone who prefers having cards to have in the to have in the graveyard, might as well shut them out already. The first, literally the first, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Did he just drew that? Did he just draw that? Okay, well. Actually, you know, we'll see what's going on here. What are you playing? What do you got? Dark Magician? Yeah, no, we're out. We're out. Sorry. Yep, nope. Scoop, we're out. Out, I tell ya. Out. You know, the first deck I actually attempted on, attempted with this mode is a Blue Eyes deck. And immediately it was not a good idea. I instantly scrapped it. Because, fun fact, a certain Blue Eyes card is actually a dark monster. It's quite unfortunate, really. This would have been a great turn to hand. Why are you doing this to me? Alright, well, I might as well just activate Dimensional Fissure. I'll set Solemn. And I'll set the Imperm. Here's to hoping I don't get Harpy's Feather Dustered. Or Lightninged. Just... No board wipe right off the bat. Okay, Black Wings. Do I dare do this? You know what? It's fine. I'll allow it. Main reason, I have Nibiru. Even if he somehow pops off, I do have a Nibiru. I don't want to just pop a Solemn Judgment for, for no reason. Did he really just get 3 Black Whirlwinds out on the field? You know, I feel like it'd be safe to do it. Do it now. You know what, screw it. I'm gonna sell him now. I'll pay half my life points, sure. Now what you got? Okay. Okay. We still have an Imperm. Gale is a problem. Like I said, we do have a Nibiru. My guess is he's planning to use all of those cards to his advantage. Literally all of those cards. He special summons the Gale. Okay. He special summons that. I think with all these cards together, he's now going to Synchro Summon. Yep. I might as well go ahead and Imperm that, just because I don't want him popping anything. And he played around the Nibiru. Oh. I was not paying attention about my life points. Somehow the part where I paid half my life points to activate Imperm, I was like Solemn Judgment, completely blacked out of my mind for some reason. Fuck. Alright. I was like, alright, suddenly I kinda think the Dogmatica deck is failing me to a certain extent. Although I do like this hand. What is going on with this hand? What the? Evil Eye? Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, we're not dealing with that. Sorry, not today. Not today. I have negate cards at my disposal, which honestly should have been cards that should have been banned for this event. Oh, this is just sad. This is kind of sad. Oh, this is kind of sad. Oh man, I don't even need to summon. Okay. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna summon her. She's gonna go ahead and just because it's out of pity at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Because, you know, I already got this little good old spell card at my disposal. Retribution, huh? You know, this reminds me of this video I once watched, right? I was like, you know, I don't know if anyone has heard of Jaden Animations here real quick, but he was playing a Soul Link. I was like, a Soul Link with like one of her buddies. And at one point in their journey, they just kept running into a bunch of... what was it, Palkia? Yeah, a bunch of Palkias. And she was like, you know, fun fact, Palkia's weakness is this type. And Salamence. No other Dragon type monsters, just Salamence. And then so the running joke was like, wow. I was like, wow, if only I had a Salamence right about now. And it's pretty funny. And then, you know, later on near the end, once they got to like the champion of that, I was like, that said Pokemon game, he brought out Palkia. It was like he brought out Palkia, ironically. And they're like, gee, I could really use the Salamence right about now. Karma at its finest, but you know, I was like, literally karma at its finest. I feel like this is, I could say the same thing right here, because, you know, I bullied the unfortunate Evil Eye player, which is, Evil Eye is one of my favorite archetypes. It's not good, but it's one of my favorite archetypes in my opinion. Definitely one of the most interesting ones, as I would say. And I think this is karma. I think this is safe to say that this is karma at its finest. Unfortunately. Here I am without a ritual spell card at my disposal because you got rid of the one thing that could give me just that. Heck, I could have gotten another ritual monster. Oh, and Orcus as well. It's not just Evil Eye, it's also Orcus. Oh no. Oh no. This is not how this was supposed to go. I was just kind of hoping to just take 100. I was like, give me 100 damage and call it a day. My Wi-Fi is not even enjoying this. Hey, there's the mech, Orcus Mech Knight. You know, the cards are gonna be unlimited now. Hey, glad that you're here. Why are you here? Right, of course. Of course. You know, I could really use the beer right about now. I could really use the beer right about now. Man, I Max C would not. I was like, I wouldn't mind a Max C. I can't use Max C in this mode, but a Max C would be amazing to a certain extent. Yeah? Yeah, I mean, the good part is I can't be destroyed by battle. But something tells me that's gonna change very quickly. I see. Ooh. Oh, you're not even gonna... I can't be... I thought I could be destroyed by battle. What is this? What? Okay, well this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Oh, my saving grace. Oh. I activate Destiny Draw. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, that's a scoop. Okay. Yeah, and this is, for the most part, it's been the mode for me so far. I'm not having the greatest luck. So far, I'm not on the great track of getting all of this to getting the, the harnesser of chaos. This is very unfortunate. Who did that? Thank you for the support. I have no idea who followed me, actually. This is weird. For some reason, it's not saying. Someone followed me, but it's not showing up. Okay. Yikes, this is not a good hand either. I guess I could summon you, Diviner Herald. Because why not? I'll go ahead and send you. Aha. Hee hee. I really wish I could. Let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and get my boss monster. Because why not? And I'll just get Fissure. I'll set you. And I will set you. Alright. King Mufu. King Moof. I shouldn't have. Damn it. There goes all three good cards. There goes all three good cards at my disposal. Allure of Darkness. This man had Allure of Dark. What is he playing? Danger. Oh, fuck. You know, actually, I thought I had. Oh, is it a pure danger? It's a pure danger. Oh, it's. You know, here's a thought I had. Actually, oh, this is not the card I wanted. It's really not the card I wanted. Not the card I wanted at all. So another thought I had when it came to like the dark, as I joining the dark side over here, was Dark World. The only thing is I don't have 3 copies of the gate, so there's that. I could potentially just make like a version of just like Tearlaments with, with Dark World and see how well that got me. Why do you just have another one of those? Okay. Okay, are those trap cards for show, or no, you just have a bunch of trap cards to keep me at bay? You know, if I draw my Harvey's Feather Duster, you know you're screwed. Alright then. I am a turn. I've now ended up I've bricked. At this point, I am bricking. I am bricking so hard right now. It's not even funny. You know, Dogmatica, you know, in hindsight, has been very... Oh man, it seems to be we're at a stalemate here. Okay, draw. I don't want another effect veiler, man. I can tell this game's RNG is not going to be in my favor. Knowing my luck, my opponent is going to have more likely drawing his card than my... than I'm drawing my card. It's like, you know, back to my neck here real quick. So my neck is... it hurts to a certain point so bad that I can really barely turn it left and right. No matter what I do, I look up, I look down. Not when I look up, but when I look down, look to the left, look to the right. No matter what, my neck just hurts for no reason whatsoever, and I don't know why. I don't know if I set. I don't know if I set on it wrong. I took ibuprofen. I put special cream on. On the back of my neck to help loosen the muscles, but my neck is just stiff, and it's been hurting. It's just been hurting for no reason, and he got... Actually, no, he didn't, because I got this. Yeah, we're still at a stalemate, buddy. We're still at a stalemate, buddy. No way I am letting you have a monster. So anyway, yeah, my neck has just been stiff. It truly didn't matter. Wow, it truly did not matter. I don't know why I'm doing this. This does nothing. He still has a monster on the field. You know, what did I say? What did I say? He's more likely to draw the card he needed way before I could. Nibiru does not help me out in this situation whatsoever. Get this out of my face. I am leaving. Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think... Yeah, no. This deck is just not working out for me. I think I'm gonna go back to the original plan I had originally, so... Yeah, all these cards can just go. Get out of my sight. I'm keeping you two, ironically, but you... All of you need to go. Actually, I'll take out one of you. Take you out, you. You, you, you. You, you, you. You, 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 you. You, you. You, you. You, you, you. You, you. There we go. Galaxy eyes. I was like, alright, we're going back to the old Galaxy eyes strat that I had. I was like, that I had originally planned. So, yeah, let me just rebuild this deck real quick. Add 3 of you. 2 of you will be fine. Fine, I believe. 2 of you, 3 of you. We are gonna put you, 2 of you will be just enough. Having 1 copy of this will be fine. Yeah, 3 copies of you. We need 1 of you, 1 of you. I'm probably gonna do 1 of you just in case. 3 copies of of the Galaxy Soldier, and we're gonna. And there's something else I kind of wanted. I kind of wanted to add to the deck, but I can't quite put my finger on it now. I'll do a Galaxy Brave while I'm at it. Army. Army. This will help me get. This will essentially help me as I search for my Photon Vanisher. And there's something else I need to do. Oh, trade. I want 2 copies of trade. At least 2 copies of trade. And I think this is I think this is fine. I think this is the good. So this is the turn 2 Galaxy Eyes deck that I kind of want. That I basically wanted to do. There's more to the extra deck. There was more to the extra deck. I know this for a fact. Let's just re-put those in real quick. Zeus was definitely part of it. And there was one more. Originally I had a bit more level 5 monsters. I was in the deck, some Mech Knights, for example, and I was running Cyber Nova Dragon with the Cyber Dragon Infinity type of strat. But I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go with that this time around. I think I'm gonna go. Just gonna go ahead and attach 1 or 2 excuse materials from the card. Applies this effect depending on the number you detach. Special on 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand. Special on 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck. I think I might just take in Starlight Lord Galaxion, just because, for consistency purposes, if that makes any sense. It's basically my plan B to my plan, to my plan A, just to get the ball rolling. And honestly, if I'm gonna be honest here, if I'm gonna be actually honest, this is good. I think we can make this work. I think. I just need to change the deck box a little. Real quick. Oh, and get my extra rewards. The other cool part about these events. You get way more gems than you realize. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and edit my accessories real quick. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and give me this setup. Then sure. Keep that. Go ahead and keep that. Let's see, Galaxy Eyes. We'll do the Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. And we'll just do the Galaxy Eyes Prime Dragon. And I think we should be all set to go. So yeah, this is it. Why I just... So I went with Galaxy Eyes as like my second choice. I was like my second choice after like the Blue Eyes attempt failed. I went with Galaxy Eyes for two reasons. One, the upgraded Galaxy Eyes Prime Dragon is said to be coming soon to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, along with other Galaxy Eyes support, potentially being a really good anime deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! So that got me excited. It also got me thinking, well, where the hell is my Red Eye Soul? That's the case. But, you know, aside from that, right? Where I was like, I'm just glad. This is someone who already beat the event. I hate it here. What is it? Is it Dark Spirit of Malice? Is this man playing a anime Bakura deck? Are you serious? If this card is in your hand, you can reveal one photon monster in your hand, special summon this card. And if you do, its level becomes the level of that photon monster. Yes. I will gladly do that. Yes, I will special summon my Galaxy Brave. Galaxy Brave, come forth. Why didn't I take in two of these? Two of these cards. I feel like this... I could be saving myself the trouble by taking in at least two of these. Or one. Oh. I guess it didn't really matter now, did it? Oh. Well, I already used this effect already, so... I guess I'll, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, it is a Labyrinth deck. It's not a Bakura anime deck. It's just another Labyrinth deck. What do you... When your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can send this card to the from your hand or field to the graveyard to target one level 8 fiend monster and you graveyard special summon it. You don't have that, so you can't activate it. Okay, I guess I'll activate my my own pot of greed. Trade in. I'll just go ahead and go away the Galaxy Brave here real quick. And we're just gonna see what happens here, because clearly you have some options you need to think about. Apparently. Because why wouldn't he have a solid judgment? No, it's fine. It's just a Labyrinth deck after all. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm not in a great spot here, actually. Oh wait, no, I have one more play, actually. I could do this. Orbital is also a really good search, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Orbital! Give me the card I need! Yes, it seems you've run out of negates. Yes, it seems to me you've ran out of negates. Just gonna go ahead and give myself another Galaxy Eyes monster in here, because why not? Now, Plan C. After the other, I'll say after Plan A and Plan B, like struggled. Come forth, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. That was my kite impression. Now I'll just go ahead and get you out. And you think, are you done doing what you need to do? No, not by a long shot. Now, by building the overlay network, I will exceed summon into Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. Now I'll go ahead and use his effect and send. I was like, I'll send away, you know, Afterglow. Afterglow will have an effect momentarily, but that's neither here or there. I'm gonna go ahead and just swipe your monster. You know, this monster you seem to be very fond of. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give out my third Galaxy Ice Photon Dragon. And now we're gonna get very disrespectful. We're gonna be very, very disrespectful. You want this card back? Too bad. He's linking away. I mean, not linking away. He's exceeding away. This card is now mine. You think I was done? No. No, not by a long shot. Not by a freaking long shot. Activate his effect. I will detach normal Galaxy Eyes. And I'll go ahead and destroy your... I was like, your back row. Far welcome, Labyrinth. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, you're mocking me, I see. Straight up mocking me. Actually, what does this card do? Man, I shouldn't probably... what does succeed some monsters on the field your opponent cannot target? Yeah, it's probably good to have on the field. I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and battle, if you don't mind. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and battle, don't mind. I was like, don't mind me. I'm gonna go ahead and attack you with my weak... I was like, with my weaker monster. And that's all I can do. Have fun having one card on... I was like, on the field. Have fun. Good luck. You're gonna need it. You're really gonna need it. So, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're lucky I didn't summon Prime Dragon out, because, boy, would you be afraid. Oh. Oh. I will attach Galaxy Wizard from my possession. I hardly get to use this play, but man, is it satisfying. My second Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Could you imagine if I can fuse all these together and it'll be like Mega Galaxy Eyes Photon Cypher Dragon or some shit? I'm just saying it'd be kind of cool. I mean, technically it's... I mean, technically there is a version of that. It's like... Neo... I was like, Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Ultimate Dragon. Technically. You know, the red card. That no one plays because it's bad. Yeah. So, out of curiosity, what are you gonna do with that 1600 attack monster? That's... Yeah, what are you gonna do? Dark Spirit of Banishment. If your opponent's monster attacks at the start of the damage set, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard to target one level 8 fiend monster in your grave. Great. problem is you don't have that. I sort of, you know, linked it away. It's mine, unfortunately, for you. Get on my level. Okay. Are you just gonna wait out and stall from the clock and hoping I surrender? You know, if you want to play this game, I'll just place the controller down there and I'm just gonna wait. Boy. It's like, you know, I was like, don't worry. As soon as you realize you should, you know, pass it on to my... What are you... Do you have an evenly match? If you do, don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. That's such a bitch way to win. Actually, it won't even help you either because I will still win. It's not gonna work because I have protection on the field and you don't even realize it, which is hilarious. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Why are you in the battle mode? Listen, just... If you want to crash into one of my monsters, get it over with. I have other duels that I need to attend to. Por favor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who is stubborn. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my fellow villains, this is a man who is stubborn. Cannot accept defeat. Can't handle loss pretty well. I know I'm being a little hypocritical and maybe just a tad bit like, what's the word? Doing the, calling the kettle black. Because, you know, I kind of did the same. I was like the same thing once upon a time when I was in his position going up against, you know, tier limit that. There we go. There it is. So, let's see. Yeah, opponent finally surrendered. Of course. Okay. He finally decided to take the L. Good. Alright. Let's hop into the next duel. I apologize for someone who fell asleep from me waiting. Alright. Ooh, I get to go first. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. What do I have here? You know, having another level 4 monster would not have hurt. Like, I could... Okay, I'm just gonna see what happens here. I have Nibiru. If this man decides to special summon a bunch of monsters, which I'm hoping that... I just realized this man doesn't have an extra deck. What is that? Hold on. What is that? Armed Samurai Benki. Creature should put spell card to this card. It gains 1 additional attack during each battle phase. That... Who did that? Why is it not popping in for, like, the support? I was like, it's Ben Kai, OTK, the GOAT. Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT? Is he? He's not gonna be much of the GOAT if I effect failure him, if I'm going to be honest with you. Anyway, Gaming Showdown, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. fellow villain over here. Oh. I see why he's the GOAT. I effect villained him too early. But he did not OTK me, which means I am safe. The sad part about Galaxy Cyclone is I can't use it because his shit's not face down. This is a problem. This is a very big problem I have here. Okay, well, since I know he's not gonna special summon crazy, I might as well just get rid of Nibiru. Let's go ahead and get activate Galaxy Soldier. He doesn't have anything. Yeah, I'll just go into Galaxy Wizard. I'm gonna show you a real OTK. No, that's not what I guess I'll do this then. I'll just do this then. It's fine. Actually, wait, no, I can do it. I can make this work. I can't make this work. Shit. Alright, actually, no, wait, I can still salvage this. I can still salvage this. It's fine, it's fine. We can do it. We can dance if we want to. I don't know why my Xbox decided to turn on. Give me a sec. There we go. It's off. I didn't say turn on Xbox. Let's see. What can I do? Target one photon monster in your graveyard, special on both it and one galaxy-sized monster. I'm gonna do this, actually. I'm gonna do this. That's just gonna give me a galaxy-sized monster right here, and I can finally do... I was like, and with that... Oh, I can actually do this for free? I can do this still, actually? Okay, fine, I'll just do Galaxy... I was like, Galaxy Trace, then. I'll, just go ahead and get, this and this. And I'll just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. Star Liege. It's gonna help me special summon my Galaxy Eyes. And you think I'm done? No. Au contraire, no. These two are just gonna get left out. No. No, the fun's just beginning, mate. I literally have a plan here, so be very patient. Just gonna add this back. I'll do this, and then we go into this. And now, I'm going to show you a real... Okay, yeah, no, there we go. I'm gonna show you a real OTK. You think this is... I was like, you think... This Benki is the GOAT of OTK? You fool! I'll show you a real GOAT of OTK. Yes. Target one proton or galaxy has monster you don't equip this card if it gains 5% attack. You know what? Sure. I'm going to go ahead and equip it onto number 62. Battle. Attack. And now, witness true OTK. I will go ahead. I was like, I will go ahead and send my afterglow, boosting my monster up more. But there's more. I will special summon one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from my deck and special summon it. And with that, its deck goes higher. Go! That's how you OTK. Alright, thoughts? Thoughts? Any questions? I was like, thank you for coming to how to properly OTK. I was like, I will read your questions in the chat now. You know, it's like, so your homework tonight. I would like a specific deck that could like do just as much OTK potential as like Galaxy Eyes. You cannot use Galaxy Eyes as reference. As reference. So and I would like those turned in by next Monday, please. Thank you. You can also just submit them early on the VOD channel on YouTube, which is also called Orange Artist. You know, I was like, you know, just comment down below when I upload this to the to the VOD channel. Okay. Okay. We got a jokester over here. Alright. I was like, alright. Moving on. Actually, no. I kind of want to make... Damn it, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Alright, I think it's time to we switch groups a little bit. Dark. Alright then. Go ahead and edit the deck. Now, when it comes to dark monsters, I'm really curious, what's a very good dark deck that we can use that's not Labyrinth? Because I kind of wanted to switch it up. We do have Chaos Angel at our disposal, which is nice. Maybe might not be able to utilize him. I was like, in this, I used Black Wings for dark. I don't have any Black Wings available. Yeah, I unfortunately don't have Black Wing. Black Wings would be nice to use in this. I did the archetype wrong. Hang on. Give me a sec. As you can... That's not... Why do I not... Whatever. I was like, Brain Despia is also a good choice. I think I think I'm gonna do my own thing here. Hold on, real quick. Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna do my thing. This is gonna be stupid, but... Actually... Maybe it's a lot more stupider than I thought. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna do Red Eyes. Never mind. I was like, never mind. I could use Brain to Death. Red Eyes FTK, lol. I was like, actually, you know what? Yeah, no, fine, whatever. Yeah, actually, Red Eyes actually might not be a bad idea. I mean, the only cards we have to worry about is like Effect Veiler and Nibiru and Imperm and Forbidden Chalice or something like that. Ow. I was like, I don't know. Anyway, let's go do Red Eyes. We'll do 2 of you. I'll do 1 of you, 2 of you. We're gonna... Actually, we could use the Red Eye Slash. Yeah, I might do that actually. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh yeah, yeah. That's like 3 chain. I like to use 1 return of red eyes. I'll do 3 of this. We're not gonna use any burn. No burn. No burn. No burn. No burn. 2. Sorry, 2 red eyes darkness metal dragons. We're gonna do 3 of the black metal. I wish this game would give us red eyes soul, but that's just me. All right. I was like the red eyes insight. We're gonna go. I was like the excuse me. Where's the Wyvern? Oh, Wyvern isn't. Oh, Wyvern's not a dark. It's the only non-dark in the archetype. Wyvern's wind, which is very weird. Ah, okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do instead. I guess we'll tech in a red eyes flare because why not? And actually, should we check in zombie instead? Contribute summon this card and attack. Add this card in attack position by attributing 1 zombie monster. When this card destroys a zombie monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon that zombie monster. You know, this would be good, except there's like 1 problem here. We're not doing any zombie monsters. This is not the type of zombie. It's like the red eyes deck we're forming. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go with. Go with this. There is a certain. Since we're playing with Slash, there is like a couple equipped spells that we can like. That we can add for our good old Red Eye Slash Dragon, because that's probably gonna be the go-to monster we're gonna summon. Power of the Guardians, Dragon Nails, and I think that's good, all things considered. I need. I need a level 6 dragon monster. I need the. I'm hoping this is a dark monster. I don't remember if this is a dark monster, but I need. Oh, thank God it is a dark one. Mana Dragon. Okay, thank goodness. Mana Dragon's. Mana Dragon's in. Okay, there we go. And Skull. I know. Summon Skull for our single Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. Let's go ahead and get the Skull. And you know what, just for shits and giggles, we'll throw in a Black Skull a Black Skull Dragon in it, because why not? This is so stupid. Wait, actually. Skullmeister. Oh. You know, Skullmeister is a good hand trap. When a card effect is activated in your opponent's graveyard, oh, it has to be on the graveyard. Never mind. Okay, you know, thinking about it, DD Crow and Skullmeister might not be beneficial to us in the long run. Unfortunate. All right. I was like, oh, I think I know what else I want to add in terms of traps. Hold on, give me a sec. I just need. See, blast. I think blast. Blast. DD. There we go. Chain. Blast with chain. This is. Blast with chain actually has like good synergy with like the gear. As with like the Red Eyes Gear Freed, so that's gonna be like something that's like gonna be really good in hindsight. Let's see. I want exceeds. I want certain exceed. Okay. You can go in. You're gonna be funny, so get in there. And Big Eye. Big Eye is gonna be very helpful to us in the long run. Alright, and you see, the problem with some of these cards, like, let's take Chaos Emperor Dragon for example. How am I supposed to banish a light monster if I can't use any lights? It's very... like, do you not see the problem here? I have, Konami. Like, again, like I said, I feel like you could have... I was like, you could have thought about this, a bit more. Let's see, there's... You know what, actually, I'm gonna use Spirit Reaper, just for shits and giggles. I might as well just use Spirit Reaper for giggles. And going back to Red Eye, I was like, Red Eyes, since we don't really have very many hand traps, I guess it'll be fine just to use Red Eyes I was like, Netro Dragon. Just like 3 copies of it will be fine. And I think, all things considered, do I cards of the Redstone? Send one level 7 Red Eyes monster from your hand to the graveyard, draw 2 cards, then send one Red Eyes, one level 7 Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. I kind of wanna... Nah, it's fine. Alright, links. The links. Ooh, Striker Dragon. Nice. I do like me that Striker Dragon. I think we might, unfortunately... No, No. Actually, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna just take out one Red Eyes Flare. And we're gonna go into this. And this. And then this. And yeah, I think that's good. Right. I'll say it right there. Alright, this is the deck. Discard changes when turned. Okay. Going back. That's the wrong button. Change. I think we might as well just put this. Also, put this as a red. We can keep that. Keep that. Yeah, we'll keep all this. Red Eyes. Let's say Red Eyes Slash. We'll do the Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. And we're good. Yeah, okay. Alright. The Red Eyes deck for this event is complete. Don't ask me why I'm gonna be using a Red Eyes deck for like the darks. I was like, for like the dark side. It might not be a great idea. I probably do not recommend this if you want to try and get some gems. But you know what? We're built different. We Red Eyes, I was like, us Red Eyes players are said to be built different, right? So I have full confidence at the moment. Hang on. I have full confidence that we're gonna destroy all of our opponents with this makeshift Red Eyes deck that we just have on hand. And this is when I'm gonna be like, where is the Red Eyes Soul? We know it's coming. It has been linked. I was like, it's been leaked. Give us the Red Eyes Soul, please and thank you. All right. So with that being said, we're going first, so that's like nice and hunky dory. So let's just see how this fares. It's connecting an awfully long time, so it's pretty unfortunate if I do say so myself. Actually, it's actually connecting a very long time. And it's a crash. Cool. 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 Red Eyes has too much power at their disposal. It's like, you know, it kind of makes you wonder. With us, I was like, with them banning branded fusion, are we one step closer to actually finally getting Red Eyes Dragoon? I was like, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Probably not, because we have Anaconda still, which is fine. Just get rid of Anaconda, like you said, and give us the Red Eyes Dragoon. I mean, why not? You're giving us all these other broken cards. Might as well give us Dragoon. I mean, it's not like it's hard to out it. I was like, if we want to be reasonable here, I think I'd rather stare down a Red Eyes Dragoon than a heroic any day of the week. And this is an awesome hand. Wait a minute. Alright, so this is... I don't have to worry about, like, Ash Blossom or Max C or any of that... or any of that nonsense. I could really just chill with this hand to a certain extent. I was like, to a certain extent. For crying out loud, whose turn is it? This is one of those times I wish I had like a Red Eyes mate. Blue Eyes just feels a bit out of place here. So, okay, so my opponent's going first. Charming. What does he have? Preparation of rights. Add 1 level 7 dark. Oh. Oh no. Wait, don't. Tritron? Tritron? Oh, I forgot about these idiots. Oh. Oh. No, the flashbacks. No. Oh god, and they even brought him back. I mean, that's not the actual other Herald, but... No. 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 I'm leaving. I'm like, yeah, no, sorry. PTSD is preventing me from playing against another Drytron trail. I was like, Drytron opponent. I mean, player. I'm just not doing it. I'm not reliving the Dark Ages. Okay, I'm not. No, sorry, you can't make me. I'd rather face 1,000 tier limit players than one Drytron player. Actually, I'm not sure I could co-sign on that really, but you know, you guys know what I mean. Oh, sweet, you're letting me go first? That might be a big mistake, if I do say so myself. Alright, draw. Okay, not a bad hand. I would have preferred something else, but to a certain extent, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. We'll, in fact, go with it. Alright, so what do I do here? I think... I believe when it comes to what benefits myself, think in hindsight, the Red Eyes slash Dragon will help me out a lot more. I'm gonna send away the Red Eyes Black Dragon and a Red Eyes Gearfried slash Dragon. What could you possibly have to negate that? In fact, do you really want to waste your negate? Set, end. Okay, your turn. Okay. Damn, my neck's... It's actually bugging me. I think I might end up... I think I might just end the stream after this duel, because I think I just want to lay down because of how much my neck hurts. Are you... What are you... No. Don't tell me you're playing evenly matched, right? Don't... Man is just playing evenly matched because... Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he be playing evenly matched? That just seems like a bitch way to do. Evenly matched should be banned. I hate to break it to you, but evenly matched should just be banned. I said it. It needs to be absolutely banned. Just fuck this card. Fuck this card in his damn existence. Oh, cool. Alright. Great. Regeki as well. Cool. Dragon Nails would have been cool. But no. No, I guess we can't have nice things now, can we? Dragon Nails would have been insane to have in my opening hand, but I guess that's not gonna happen at all. I would have preferred it over this Red Eyes, I'll tell you that much. What's he doing? Pay 800 hit points, choose one Exosuit. Oh, it's this archetype. What? No wonder you had evenly matched. Yeah, I know. Fuck this archetype. Okay. You know, you're probably the reason why you're getting, why you're having, like, you know, Pot of Extravagance getting banned. Not banned. Limited to 2. That card, that archetype, probably the reason. Wait, no, it was also Labyrinth. What was good? Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. There was a reason. There was something involving those two. They got one of those cards to get put on the ban list. Not the ban list, but like the ban change. They had to do something. I don't remember. I think it was. Nah, I couldn't tell you. Okay. Ooh. Now this is a better hand. Oh man, this practically makes up the last duel. Alright. I'll activate my Red Eyes Fusion. I was like, I'll now go into my Slash Dragon. Alright, Red Eyes. And my Red Eyes Iron Knight. Red Eyes Slash Dragon. And now, I'll activate Dragon Nails. Yes. Yes. And I end my turn. Oh, the shoe's on the other foot now. The shoe's on the other foot now, Grim. Grim! No. 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 No, you can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up. You're fucking with me. You can't make this shit up. Why? Why? Why are you a bitch, Grim? Grim, you're a bitch. Oh yeah, go ahead. Pile of prosperity while you're at it. Yeah. Yeah, cool. 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 I hate this card. I was like, I hate this card. I don't care what you have to argue with it. I was like, I don't care about your arguments of like why this card needs to exist, but this card, I hate this card. I was like, you know, I'm actually kind of hoping the next ban list, since we had a drastic change into the meta with this ban list, that they would, that I really hope they take heavy consideration to possibly ban this card, if not semi-limit to one. Like, can we have a heavy consideration to like limit this to one at the very best? I was like, at the very least. I personally would prefer you ban it, but that's just me. I mean, hell, if we're gonna limit our pot cards to like one, what could you possibly be fusion summoning with Anaconda? Are you? Okay, I was about to say, are you not gonna use it as fusion set? I'm just leaving. Okay, I'm not dealing with this. No. Labyrinth is one thing. Taking DPE with Labyrinth is another thing. Okay, yeah, no, so also, how are you able to do that? I thought DPE was a dark. Or is it a light? I guess. Oh, no, it is a dark. I forgot. Sometimes in an event, you won't get paired up to. I was like, you won't just get paired up by people who are. Who are using a light deck. Sometimes you'll most likely be versing someone that has like a whole dark archetype behind them. Because, you know, I'm on Team Dark. I was playing someone that was also on Team Dark. Sometimes if you couldn't find a light player for you to duel against, they'll just have you face off I was like, that's someone who's on Team Dark. So I completely forgot about that. Like this, for example, Tearlaments is a Dark, and I'm also playing Dark Monsters, and this is the worst deck to be playing Tearlaments. Hey, Morel. Yeah, get some good use out of that. You're not gonna have good use of that, I was like, in the long run. Also, this hand is not that great. Alright, you know what? I think I'm just gonna... I think I'm actually done. I'm not dealing. I'm just not gonna deal with that. Okay, you know, haha, it was a gag. It was a prank. It was a prank, yo. It was a prank. It was just a prank. It was a prank, guys. It was a prank. It was just a prank, guys. Guys, chill. It was a prank. It was just a prank. It was just a prank. Alright. Here's how I'm gonna end this off. I was like, here is how I'm going to end this off. I have 3,000 gems from that event alone. And I might as well just try my luck into pulling some certain cards. I think for the most part, I pulled from this as from this box already. I got exactly 2 Finmir, 3 Unicorn, and only 1 of like the Cashier Rise Hard. And this is like a 2, if not a 3 at best. I was like, at best. I'm also kind of hoping to get 3 copies of the Chaos Witch. Just, I was like, just like any sort of like other Chaos support would be very nice, in my opinion. Maybe a second copy of Chaos Let's like Angel. Can we get that? Can we please get that? If not, I'm fine with just like any ultra rares that you give me. Just give me a lot of them so I can decraft them. Alright, let's go. This is how we're ending off the stream. Oh! Chaos Valkyria. Chaos Valkyria. That's kind of cool. I got a prismatic. That's gonna be nice super rare material. What, you think I was gonna keep that? Hell no. Although the Chaos Mirage Dragon. You know, normal Mirage Dragon was pretty good back in its day, but like Chaos Mirage Dragon, that's a good pull. Oh, that's also a really good pull. Helps me save up some ultra rare materials. Chaos Phantasm. Getting a good, a nice Chaos Witch, along with a second copy of Chaos Angel. Very nice, very nice. I already had 3 of you, so like the Chaos Archfiend, I can honestly do without. Alright. I was like, alright, second pull. Oh, cool. Oh, thank God. Okay. I think I'll be fine with like 2. I was like, with only 2 copies of the Cashier Rise Heart. But 3 would probably make my day. A second copy of Chaos Witch. Just immaculate. And our last pull. Give me. Come on. This also works. This also works. I can. This is a card that you can easily like tech into like any deck, not just normal Sky Striker decks. You can only special summon blah 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 once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Then if you have 3 or less spells in your graveyard, send this card to the graveyard once per turn. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish 1 spell from your graveyard, restore that opponent's monster. Yeah, so this is a good card to have. Like, I want a Curse of Armateer. What does this do? Oh, this is for the adventurers. Okay. I was like, okay, yeah, that's Kitschera Birth. Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but like the other Sky Striker cards that are like this, they suck. Plain and simple. Alright. Now, that being said, I do have an extra pull with this, so I might as well just try my luck with this. What the hell did I get from here? What is this? DD Espa Star Sparrow? There can only be 1 DD Star Sparrow. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control with card effects or 4 attacks. When an opponent's monster declares direct attack while this card is in your graveyard, special summon this card in your graveyard and face up to defense position. Summon this way, banish it when it leaves the field. I have not heard of this card. But are DDs good in any way, shape, or form? Let me know in the comments. Okay, well, I know this isn't. What is this? World Legacy Cliffhanger. Okay. Yeah, sometimes we get really good pulls out of that, but that might have been the one where it was just meh. It was just Okay. 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 I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Nope, that's... Oh god, discard all the... Dismantle all the extra cards I don't want. I'll get you. Wait, actually, is there... Cannot be normal summon. It must be special summoned by a card effect. You can banish one light or dark monster from the graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If this card is banished, you can send one light or dark monster from deck to the graveyard. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot activate cards or the effects of cards with the same name as that card. You can special summon. Okay. This might be really. This might have some good synergy with. I was like with the chaos, so I might keep. I'll actually keep those around. This I honestly can live with only like one copy. It's not the end of the world. I am not using this card in the slightest. You can go. Keep this. Definitely keep that. This can go. I'll just dismantle them. They're easy to recraft, but I think I need at least one or two. I was like at best. This can go. This can go. Who did that? Why is it not pulling up their names when you? I was like when people follow. I don't understand. Oh. Rigged ship. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. Okay. I was like, alright, yeah, okay. Okay. And get rid of you. I'll keep this. This is good. And wow, yeah, that's probably the only ultra rare. That's probably the only ultra rare I got. That's huh. Okay. Boom. So, just to clarify, I now have 2 copies of the Kashtira Rise Heart. Nice. Kashtira. I got me some Kashtiras. Or at least the ones that matter. Yeah, I think we can work with just 2. I was like with 2 Rise Heart for now. I don't know about you. At some point, I will be building a Kashtira deck. Rather this deck gets put on the tier list. Is beyond me. I honestly don't know, but I plan to make like a Kashtira Red Eyes deck. As bad of an idea as that sounds, I still want to do it just to see how. How well it does. And quite frankly, this isn't even the full. The full archetype. Honestly, like now we're not just missing like. The Kashtira boss monster. No, nay. We are missing a very specific amount of cards. We just type in Kashtira. If we just type in Kashtira, Yeah, we're missing quite a big. I was like quite a bit of cards. Like we only got the Fenrir, the Unicorn, the Cashier of Birth, the Rise Heart, the Shingiri era. It was like era, the Ogre, and the preparations. We're still we're missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing 8 cards. 8 Kashtira cards. And one of them is definitely the Rise. Outside the Rise Heart. We're missing the Scareclaw Scareclaw. Missing the Tearlaments Kashtira. Okay, I guess there's a version of Tearlaments that's with Kashtira. That's weird. Okay. We're also missing like the spell card extra, Kashtira extra, the Kashtira overlap, the Kashtira theorists, the pursued planet White Strap. There's a how do you pronounce a lot of Kashtira Big Bang? Okay, there we. I was like, there's one. I was like, there's like 2 traps in the whole archetype. We got one of them, and the Kashtira Big Bang sounds nuts. Yeah, no, we're missing quite a bit of Kashtira. I was like Kashtira monsters. I kind of want. I want to see how this, like, how this deck is. I might need to do some research on how to like make a Kashtira deck first, and then maybe try it out with like Kashtira Red Eyes and see how well that goes, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I think this is a good place to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my fellow villains. My throat is starting to hurt. I have big plans tomorrow. You better make sure you're following me here on Twitch.tv and subscribing to the YouTube VOD channel, because let me tell ya, tomorrow we're starting God of War. Or we're starting God of War today, depending on how I'm where you're watching this. You're probably watching this right now, and I'm live right now. I have a schedule. It's also on Twitter at @WhackedOrange. Go check it out. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and just set everything up. Set everything up here. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow with some God of War. Alright, I'm out.